Hey y'all, this is Carly or Mrs. Lushie from the Instagram account Mr. and Mrs. Lushie, and I am here today with my very first haul from Candles from the Keeping Room. I was extremely excited to order from this vendor. I've heard nothing but fabulous things. Her wax is a little bit difficult to get just because she doesn't have extremely regular openings. I think I'd been in her group for at least a couple of months before this opening occurred, but it's definitely worth it from what I've heard, and now from what I've smelled, I think that's absolutely true. So the owner's name is Hennessey Wolstencroft, and she does all of this by herself. So as far as I understand it, she's a one-woman show. She makes all the wax and packages it super cute and does a fantastic job all by herself. So she sends a ton of samples, which is one of the things that made me super excited to order from her. Just the opportunity to try a lot of brand new scents and see what I might like more in the future. So I'm just going to get into all of these wonderful wax melts on cold. So the first thing that I want to point out is how cute this little bag is. So this is what the samples came in, and it was just stuffed full of these samples. So I got the same number of samples as I ordered bags of wax. So that is just crazy generous, and I really appreciate it. And I don't have the scent descriptions for any of these samples. I looked them up when I first got the order, and only I think 2 or 3 of them had scent descriptions, so I think the other ones may be new. So I just went ahead and didn't write down any of them since only a couple of them had one. So I'll just tell you what I smell in them. So the first thing that I'll start out with is Apple Mulberry Delight, and that's another thing about her wax is how absolutely cute these shapes are. If that will focus. It did for a second, now it doesn't want to. But this is just a super cute little corn on the cob. If I cover up those words, maybe it'll do it. No? Anyways, it's a cute little corn on the cob. This is one of the cutest things. I've never seen another vendor do a corn on the cob, so that's super cute. And this one is a very kind of musky, a little bit perfumey, fruity scent. That's really nice. I think that this was one that I didn't necessarily think that I liked it when I first grabbed it, but it smells really good. I like it now. So the next one that I have here is Praline Pound Cake, and this one is a cute little cookie with sprinkles on it. This is so cute. She has so many cute shapes. And this one has a really sweet bakery, just cakey scent. That one's really good. It's a really good bakery. The next one here is Pumpkin Rice Crispy Treats, and this one is just kind of a grubby little cookie with sprinkles on it. This is really nice. It's just kind of a light pumpkin, also a little bit bakery scent. That one's really good. Another thing that's amazing about her samples is how tailored they are to what I like and what I ordered. So I've seen a lot of other people's hauls, that they posted in the Facebook group or on Instagram, and she's so good at tailoring the samples to exactly what you would like based on what you ordered, so that is just awesome. This next one is Bourbon Soaked Raisins, and this is a cute tiny little bundt cake. You can really get the raisin. There's just a tiny bit of like a deep fruity from the raisin, and then a little bit of a darker, slightly musky scent from that bourbon. That one's really good. A lot of these are ones that I think that I would definitely order in the future because they're really good. This one is Jelly-Filled Pumpkin Donut, and this one I think is a little donut, like a cruller, I think it's called. I'm not totally sure, but a little donut that looks like that. And this one I think is probably my favorite out of the samples. This one is super good. It's really fruity, and it has a little bit of that flaky bakery scent like you think of when you think of a donut. That one is so yummy. I'm sorry, I just keep sitting here sniffing that one because it's so good. The next one is Twisted Peppermint, and this is another little pink bunt. And this is just a really good, strong peppermint scent. It's a really sweet peppermint. It kind of reminds me of like one of those peppermint buttermints that you get around the holidays. One's really yummy. I love mint scents, and I ordered 1 or 2, so it's probably how she knew that I would like that one. This one is Caramel Drizzled Gingerbread, and this is so cute. Look at the little gingerbread man. I have 3 of these in the samples, and I absolutely love them. This one, you definitely get the gingerbread right off the bat. It's such a good, fresh-baked gingerbread scent, just like you were baking it in your house. It's so good. And then just some sweetness from that caramel. This next little gingerbread man is Pumpkin Maple Flapjacks. There we go. So cute. Actually, this one might be my favorite from the samples. I'm glad I don't actually have to choose. These are so good. You can really smell, it smells like making breakfast in the morning. Like, you can smell pancakes, and you can smell that maple. I don't really get pumpkin, but it does have kind of an underlying, just like, fall scent. What is so yummy. Couple more samples. This is crazy, y'all. This is definitely the most samples I've ever gotten with an order. This is Harvest Sweet Potato Pie. This is the last little gingerbread man. This one is actually pretty savory to me. It's got a little bit of sweetness, but it's actually a little bit more of a savory scent, but really good. It's really yummy. And then the last one that I have here is Peppermint Meringue. And this one is huge. Let me just put, like, in my hand. I mean, that's like the size of my palm. This is such a huge sample. I would definitely at least cut this in half. And it has the little detail on it. I thought at first that it was a star, but it has a little detail on it like it's a snowflake. And that's so cute for peppermint meringue around the holidays. And this one, again, is just a really sweet peppermint. This one is a little bit more complex than the other one. I'm not sure if this was one that actually did have a scent description online or not, but I'd be curious what else is in this, because it is a little bit more complex than just the peppermint, but definitely a really sweet, yummy peppermint scent, and I love that one. So that is all of the samples. Incredibly generous, and definitely some new favorites in there. I think I like some of those more than I like the ones that I even ordered, so but I love the ones that I ordered too. I just love everything. This is fabulous. So I'm going to start in the back left with these bags, and I went ahead and took one of each out of the bags and just set them off to the side so that there's not so much crinkling trying to get one out, but I will show you what the bags look like. So I think each of these is around 6 ounces, and I think it was $5.75 a bag, maybe. I'm really not sure. I really don't remember, but it's definitely a really good deal for what you get. So this is pumpkin cream soda, and she has all of these tied with a little ribbon on it, which I tried to do back how she had it as best I could after I took one out, but that's what that one looks like. And then this is the actual shape for it, so it's just a little grubby cookie, and I do have the scent descriptions for these, so let me grab that really quick. So let's see. Pumpkin cream soda is a sweet fall drink. Our yummy cream soda mixed with our sweet harvest pumpkin. Drink up. So this one, you definitely get that pumpkin, and then there's just a tiny bit of fizzy effervescence from the cream soda. Just a little bit of a creamy, yummy scent. That one's really good. I love cream soda, like the actual drink, so anytime I see something that has cream soda in it, I want to get it. So I'm not sure if that's actually my favorite scent, but I love the drink so much, I just always get it. This next one is Frost on the Pumpkin type, and these are so cute. You can see there's all these different colors of the little pumpkins, and I'll show you one of them, but I just wanted to show you there's like 3 different colors. So this is like a really dark purpley color, and then there's orange, and then the yellow. So I'll show you one of the yellow ones. So there is that. This is just such a cute little pumpkin. That is so cute for the fall time. I love her shapes. That just makes it so much more special. So Frost on the Pumpkin is a warm, delicious recipe of pumpkin, spices, honey, and maple topped with sugary vanilla frosting. You will love this pumpkin blend. So all of her scent descriptions are really descriptive and cute, so I like that too. This is such a nice, just spicy, fall-like scent. This is so good. I really don't know how else to describe it. It's just like a really nice, spicy fall scent. And that's what I tried to do with this order. I was trying to get primarily fall scents because of when I ordered it a couple weeks ago, I think. And then I believe her next opening is on November 9th. Definitely join her Facebook group and check it out because that's where you would get the most up-to-date information. But she's having another one coming up pretty soon, and for that one, if I'm able to order, I'm definitely going to try to go for winter and holiday scents, so I'm really excited about that. But this one is caramel pipe tobacco, and you can see I already took one out, and there's still 6 left in here, and each one of these is a good melt, so that's like at least 7 good melts from that one, so a really good deal. And then this is the shape for that one. It's a really cute little grubby heart. And caramel pipe tobacco is an intense blend of sultry tobacco leaves with creamy caramel, vanilla sugar, and patchouli leaves alongside Italian bergamot, warm spice, and sheer musk. I'm sorry if that's been out of focus the whole time that I'm reading that. I have my computer over here beside me that I'm reading it off of. This one is just such a good, musky, a little bit masculine scent. It definitely smells like somebody smoking a sweet pipe. If you've ever, well, I don't know, not necessarily a cigar bar, because it would be uniquely a pipe. So I have some family friends of my dad, so some older gentlemen that smoke pipes, and this reminds me of that. Because it actually has a really nice, I mean, it's not like a smoky scent. It's a really nice, sweet, musky type scent. That one's really good. It just smells so yummy and like an old-timey Christmas. That'll be so nice to melt when it's cold outside. So the next one that I have back here is Cranberry Cobb Lou. And I had to get this one. I've been really bad about getting scents that were fruity at all lately because when I think of fall, I just think of like pumpkin and spice and musky. But I wanted a little bit of just slightly fruity bakery to mix it up some. So this one is a yummy combination of cranberry relish with hints of fresh ground cinnamon sticks, orange zest with a faint hint of vanilla and butter. So this one is the cutest little sun shape. This reminds me of, what is that little bitty kid TV show? I think Teletubbies is the one that had the little baby face in the sun. If any of y'all have really young kids, or I don't even know if that show's on anymore because I watched it when I was little and that was a while ago now, but if it's still on, if you have really young children, maybe you know what I'm talking about. But these are really cute. This one is so good. It's such a sweet, fruity, bright cranberry scent. To me, this one's really not bakery at all, except for just having a lot more sweetness, I guess, than a regular, just like bright fruity. I don't know, I would say even if you're not a bakery lover, you would probably like this one, because it's almost 100% cranberry. So that one's really good. The next one back here is Creamy Peppermint Serendipity. And as soon as I ordered this one, everybody was telling me in the Facebook page how fabulous this was and how I made a good choice with that one. So I was even more excited to get it. And I couldn't find the description specifically for that one on the website, but I did find the scent description for Serendipity. So for Serendipity, it says this is a sugar-sweet concoction, sweet, thick, creamy vanilla with powdered sugar, sweet cherry, sweet orange, and citrus, and a hint of fresh coconut. And then this is creamy peppermint Serendipity, so I would assume it's just all of that with peppermint. And this one is this little bundt shape. And this one definitely is a favorite from this order. They were so right about this being a fabulous scent. Because you do get the peppermint right off the bat, but there's so much sweetness and complexity underneath it. You can smell the cherry, you can get a little bit of the coconut, so it's really kind of like a tropical peppermint, which isn't something that I've ever really smelled before. Oh, that is so good. Because when I very first smelled it in the bag, I was thinking that it was primarily peppermint, but now it's so well balanced, the peppermint with those other fruity scents. Oh, that is so good. Definitely a favorite from this order. So, moving to the last row, this one is Amish Quilt. And I've heard that this is a good scent from several vendors, so I just wanted to try out her version of Amish Quilt. And the description is spicy, sweet, and complex. Vanilla intertwines with a spice cabinet of cinnamon, clove, allspice, kissed with sugar. Hints of nutmeg and fruits peek out from the heart note. If you are not a fan of bakery scents, this is nowhere near the typical bakery realm. Give it a try. Very unique and different is her full scent description of this one. And this is another little grubby cookie. I love these with the little sprinkles. It's almost too cute to melt. Almost, but I will definitely be melting it because they're also too good not to. Oh my goodness, this is so good. And I'm not going to be able to do it justice describing it at all. I don't know, because it's not spicy, but you smell spices. So all of those things that I listed, the allspice, the, what else did it have in it? The nutmeg. It smells like spices. So not necessarily spicy as in like a sharp spicy scent, but you can individually smell so many of those different spices and they just blend together so well. And it's so sweet. I do get a little bit of bakery from it, but I can also see why she would say that if you don't like bakery, you might still like this one. Because it's not your typical bakery. That one is so good. I'm just falling in love with these even more now that I'm talking about them to y'all. I've already sniffed through them twice. I sniffed through them first with the mister when they very first came, and he loved them all too. And then I sniffed through them again more slowly by myself later and just savored them. And now this is the third time. So this one is Pumpkin Spice Marshmallow Espresso. And this one has coffee beans on here. Look at the detail on that. That is amazing. It's just like a little cake of coffee beans. And this one is, you find it in my list. So a Candles from the Keeping Room blend are pumpkin spice, sweet toasted marshmallow, and a robust dark coffee. Wake me up scent. So sweet and pumpkin-y, and you definitely get the coffee note, but it's not a super strong, robust coffee note. It's just kind of there. I mean, it's a light, just really well blended coffee note. So if you're not the hugest fan of coffee, I definitely still think you might still like this one. Very yummy. This next one is Honey Gingerbread. And this was actually one that I wasn't 100% sure that I would like, but I had way too long of a wish list for that order, so I was asking Drew, my fiance, which ones he thought sounded the best, and this was one of the ones that he thought was a must-have, so of course I got it, because anytime that he supports my wax addiction, I am all over that. So, Honey Gingerbread, it says this super fabulous blend of ginger, clove, cardamom, cinnamon, and nutmeg with a hint of citrus and rich buttery cake notes. Sweet vanilla sugar and smooth golden honey complete this super strong down-home delight. And this one is a little piece of toast. Look at that. It's literally a little piece of toast. It's so cute. I love it. I just cannot get over how cute her shapes are. That's probably my favorite thing. This one is definitely strong. You smell the gingerbread, and again, it's just really sweet and really smoothed out by the honey. This would be absolutely perfect to melt when it's cold outside. That one is really good. So a couple more left. This next to the last one is caramel praline corn pudding, which I just realized I kind of got a lot of caramel for this order for someone who's not. I'm not a huge fan of the taste of caramel, but I guess I must like the scent of it. And this one, again, is just a little piece of toast. Just precious. And the scent description for this one is... not seeing it on my list. There it is. So, a sweet blend of our sugar corn pudding, caramel, brown sugar, and glazed pralines. A wonderful new comfort scent. That's what it says about this one. And I had heard that her corn pudding was really good, so I made it a point to add one of those to my cart. And this, to me, smells like French Toast Crunch cereal. If you've ever had that, that's exactly what this reminds me of. And I don't know if I'm tricking myself into thinking that because it's shaped like a little toast, but it smells really good. It's just sweet. You can get the corn pudding, but it's like a sweet, sort of bready corn scent. Really yummy. That one is delicious, like all of the other ones. And the very last one that I have here, so I did grab one distinctly Christmas scent, and this one is Christmas time. And I'm already kind of getting into that Christmas spirit. I'm in Texas, so it is still in the 80s and 90s most days here, but I am still, you know, I've been melting fall scents for a little bit now, and so my mind is already kind of going to Christmas, so I had to grab this one. And this is another one of those, like, little cruller donut shapes, if the way I'm saying that is correct. And the scent description for this one is the scent of fresh balsam and warm vanilla cookies sprinkled with sugar sprinkles. So I love Christmas tree scents. My fiance loves Christmas tree scents, so this was kind of a no-brainer for me. And I love it when they're mixed with something a little bit different. So when it's not just a tree scent. I love the ones that are pure tree scents too, but I like the ones that are a little bit different. And this one is super yummy. You definitely get straight on just like that musky pine, you know, tree scent that you have around the holidays. But then underneath that, there's definitely a little bit of bakery and sweetness from the cookie. And it blends together so well. That one is so good. Okay. So that is everything. So this is just fantastic. I ordered 10 scents and I got to smell 20 of her scents because all of the samples, and there is not a single thing in this that I don't like. I would 100% order from her again. The presentation, she actually has the bags double bagged, so I don't think I said that, but they're actually like double polypropylene bagged in there, so your scent is not going anywhere, and everything was packaged up so nicely. Each bag was individually wrapped in paper, and then it had a rubber band around it to keep the paper on, and like I showed you, all of these samples were in their individual little baggies and then in that other bag within the box, so there was pretty much no chance of anything bad happening to your order during shipping because she takes so much time and care getting it packaged up, and that just means a lot. I appreciate that so much. All of the shapes are perfect, and you can just, I mean, I've heard so many people say this about her wax, but you can feel the time and the love and the care that she puts into every single thing. And that is just so special, and I think makes her unique as a vendor. So I will definitely be a return customer, and I recommend that you check her out. The last little thing that I want to show you is actually the box that this all came in, if I can kind of fit it in the frame. There we go, a little bit. She actually drew this pumpkin on the box too, so when my mailman left it outside of my door, I knew immediately that it was my package from her because I had seen people hauling them, and she actually took the time to draw that little pumpkin face on there and on the sample bag. So that is just awesome. I'm extremely pleased with this order. I'm so excited to get melting through everything. and I hope that you enjoyed. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, any of that, please feel free to leave them down below. I would love to talk to you in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.